Hi, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. This is going to be your reading for August 2020. I have with me the Radiant White deck. We will clarify with Lavita Sabila, and we will pull an angel answer card to wrap up the reading. I just felt that I wanted to use a different deck, but for some reason the Radiant White wants to speak. So let me get a good shuffle on these. And I've already done some shuffling and meditation on your sign. I'm going to put one more rifle on them. And then we're going to lay the cards. Okay? So let's do that one last time. All right, here we go. Hopefully you can see the cards here. And won't be such a glare on them. So, King of Wands. Three of Swords. Well, looks like somebody's breaking hearts. And the Two of Swords. Wow. Six of Pentacles. Seven of Swords. Well. Knight of Wands. So now I have two court cards here. Okay. The Fool card. Oh, wow. Okay. The Eight of Swords. I don't know if y'all can see those. I might have to turn another kind of a light on because there's a big old glare right here. Well, look. There's the Sun card. Well, isn't that interesting? That's quite interesting. Let me turn this lamp off and then turn my light on here so that we can actually see this. Oh, wait, wrong thing. Okay. Okay. Now, so 2 major arcana cards, 1 coin card. There are no cups here. What is under the deck? The King of Coins. Now, I'm not exactly sure if this is between about 2 different men, or if this is describing I honestly, let me turn that off. I don't know what this King of Pentacles, who this King of Pentacles is, or what it's about. We do know it represents the sign of Taurus, the bull. So in terms of someone's maybe character, this is going to be somebody who's pretty grounded and down to earth, likes beautiful things, tends to be able to hang on to money and have money. But can also be stubborn. Okay? Now, I'm not picking up any negativity off this King of Coins, so I'm not quite sure why he has presented himself. But I'm wondering if, because I have this depiction of 3 people, 3 swords, 3 people here, if this is not a choice that maybe you had between 2 males. Okay? Since this is a Sagittarius fire sign, I'm going to assume on the one hand that this is perhaps somebody that you've been dealing with for a longer period of time, because you both, I found in reading cards that when you've been a couple for a while, even if you're married, if you're just common law or living together, boyfriend and girlfriend, but you've been together for a while, you tend to take on the qualities of each other. So you will present like a king and a queen of wands. Okay? And what's interesting to me is this king is looking towards the past. We have 2 figures that are blindfolded here. And these are what are known as the 2 hoodwinked cards. Has somebody been pulling the wool over your eyes, or have you been blindly ignoring things? Refusing to see things. And again, Even his eyes are closed with the Fool. His eyes are closed with face towards the sun. I think if I had to pick a line, it would be this line, because this implies that you're waiting on something, you're waiting on some information, your intuition is telling you something. you know the thing that, I don't know if any of you have this particular deck of cards, but if you ever take a look at that card up close, one of her eyes is not even covered well, in my opinion. It's the blindfold is slightly elevated on this side. So it's kind of like, you're peeking out under things. You're not sure what to think. You're not sure what to say. You're not sure what to think, what to feel, what to do. Benches imply a moment of rest. And all the water in the background, you see the surface is slightly dappled, implying movement. That's about the undercurrent of things going on. Whereas with this card, somebody feels they're fully blindfolded, but they're also bound. But they're not bound in such a way that you can never be free. In fact, you just, move your arms a little bit and all of that crap comes off. And you'll discover that you're not surrounded by these particular swords. Not at all. You're not captured. You're not in the place where you can't move. So my question becomes, again, this line. Sometimes I have seen the Six of Pentacles show up when it's a player card. Okay? Somebody who's splitting his time between, I don't know, two females. Maybe this is you splitting your time between two males. Maybe this could even be somebody who's splitting their time between you and their job. But what it implies is that one person is getting more than the other person. Okay? That's what that implies to me. Now, typically, the Six of Pentacles is the card that says that, there's going to come up somebody who may be coming along who might be able to help you out. Or that you're going to have enough in your own life that you can share with other people. So, but then the question becomes, still, why is one person getting more than the other? His attention is strictly focused over here. So I have all of these cards that are focused this way. 1, 2, 3, 4 cards focused towards the past. 2 are blindfolded. And then I've got this Seven of Swords person. Now, most people will, will interpret that card as lies and deceptions, spying. Sometimes it's online, people stalking you, things of that nature. And all of this can be true. It can be true. But lots of times what I see will happen with, and not only that, but they're doing it in broad open daylight. I don't know if you can see that. There's a whole group of people over there. And while they're over there doing whatever, this guy's stealing things. And he's trying to determine whether or not he's going to come back for those other two things. But basically what I see when this card shows up is that this is the idea that things haven't been going to plan as of lately. And maybe sometimes whatever mistakes are being made are made because you're rushing around and you're not giving any thought. I've even seen this card show up when someone's trying to evade, or at least evade the consequences of their behavior and their action. These are swords. So I go from a 3 to a 2, so there's an ace. This tells me that this guy either has a broken heart and you're waiting to see what the outcome is going to be, or this guy has broken your heart and you don't quite know, again, what to do about it, what to think about it. This tells me that perhaps maybe somebody's going to come along and help, because no matter what all of these cards say, the sun has come out. And what does the sun do? It shines bright enough for you to see through that blindfold, bright enough to see through that blindfold, bright enough to blind you here in this light. And as you can see, there's another depiction of the sun. And I'm just wondering if this Fool card, because the Fool card is a card about starting a new journey and taking your past experiences with you. But it's also saying that the journey that you're going to be going on, you're not really fully equipped to go on this journey. Your past experiences really aren't going to help you. That's why his bag is so small. Okay? So this could be the idea that this is something totally new. And I get the feeling for some of you, you feel as though maybe you've been played for a fool. Maybe this guy feels like he's been played for a fool. I'm not exactly sure. But I will tell you this much. No matter what this Seven of Swords is about, the sun comes to shine light on that, because that's what the sun does. It illuminates things. You can see everything in the light. You know that old saying that the old people used to say, that's which done in the dark will soon come to light. That's true. That's extremely true. And it's going to come through some kind of message or news. Two swords here, two swords there. And then it's this thing of these scales, this balance. The two scales. So there's something about the number twos. Now, twos, when they show up, really do represent an opposition, a duality, a choice, a decision that needs to be made. This is a strange reading. Let me just pull cards. The first card I want to... The thing that kind of is bothering me, even though I got these weird cards here, is this Fool card. Because sometimes it can be about don't be foolish, don't be blind. Because ultimately that's going to come to light. Don't ignore whatever this thing is. And no, you are not bound in such a way. You are not trapped. This is you thinking that you are. You maybe not seeing some kind of way out. Maybe somebody loaned you some money, you know, and now it's come due again. You know, they're asking for the payment again. I just think it's odd that there are no cups here, and that there's only one coin. That this is mostly all swords. Maybe this guy's like a banker or an accountant or your boss or something. This guy can be the same thing. But it's just something about the Fool card that's kind of not sitting right with me. So I'm just going to pull cards on that. And I can't quite determine what that is. The falsità. The donna maritata. Oh, and the sacerdote. Well. There have been some lies and deception here, having to do with either you as the main lady or the girlfriend or the wife, the common law wife. And this sacerdote, this is somebody who has become cold and distant. Okay. What's interesting is what he's pointing to. This states that this is for him where the trouble is coming from. It is coming from this Queen of Coins and the lies associated with her. Okay, that's what he's pointing at. Let's see what this Seven of Swords has to say. The Ammalato. The dispiacere. And the Yardro. Wow. It still doesn't tell me who this King of Coins is, though. So I'm going to pull cards on him. And I don't know if this is something telling you that some message has come or will be coming Because sometimes this is expect the unexpected. Somebody pretending to be something that they are not. But I also think what I find to be interesting is that whatever this thing is, I think this King of Wands is kind of somewhat washing his hands of the situation. I'm going to look at this King of Pentacles. The Il Nemico. You already know who that person is. The Il Nemico implies that it's somebody that you already know, that you don't trust or you dislike already. Okay? Costanza. Which kind of means that in this instance, that the person has persevered and thus far they have won. And the Kaza, but this was reversed. The Kaza was reversed, so that's our negative connotation. So I'm going to leave that like that. Let me read the negative meaning of the Kaza. Wow. Okay. Let me see here. This depicts an environment which stifles your freedom and self-expression. It is a hostile place devoid of love and protection. Reversed, it depicts snares and deceit within the family, a place or situation that blocks avenues of growth and expansion, and the feeling that one's hands are tied. It heralds a separation or a source of constant worry, feeling unloved in an unsupportive family or family members, solitude, dissatisfaction with one's life and achievements. It can also predict divorce or serious arguments within the family. Literally, it can represent a building in need of serious renovation, structural problems in the home. In financial matters, this card warns of shady business transactions, hidden clauses, bad investments, and poor family budgeting. It can also foretell that an important purchase is not going to go through or that it will create problems. Well, I don't know if this is a banker or a loan maker or, maybe it's your landlord. I really don't know. These are three terrible cards here falling on this Seven of Swords here. And sometimes this Seven of Swords can be the idea that you just didn't do enough research. You're rushing around trying to do things. Somebody's been rushing around doing something that they should not have been doing or could have taken more care. The Amalato foretells of a period in which you will be forced to interrupt your daily routine. It heralds a period of hardship and difficulty, resulting in dejection, demotivation, apathy, and depression. Metaphorically, it represents any situation that is sick. So this could be an unhealthy relationship, a personal flaw that needs healing, or a situation that is rife with pain, personal affront, and or corruption. It can also indicate a pathological relationship with another or that something has been spoiled. I think the most important thing is this Ace of Spades here. I think this is the understanding, and if it hasn't come yet, it will, that there has been a grave mistake made. Doesn't mean that you can't come out of the other side of it. It just means there's going to be some pain and some hurt. This card indicates bad news. Okay? And what stands out the most about this particular card is that it foretells a period of difficulty and sorrow, the failure of a project, humiliation, vicious gossip, and or anger in the area inquired about. This is especially true when it is near the Ten of Spades. Well, it's not near the Ten of Spades, but the 11, that's him. In love, it heralds misunderstandings, disappointment, and separation, and possible domestic violence. In family matters, it foretells of a falling out, bitter disputes, feuds, and very sad news. It can also represent violence and brutality. In financial matters, it may indicate a dismissal, bankruptcy, a bad investment, and or bullying at work. And legal matters, it can indicate serious problems with the law and unfair judgments. And sometimes that's who this guy is. Okay? The two main areas of impact that are found in this card are the open letter, which heralds unexpected bad news. The second is the woman's reaction to the letter. It indicates that whatever this event is going to shake you to your core and will negatively affect you on an emotionally deep level. It says that special attention should be paid to the cards next to this one. And if it's a significator card, well, it isn't really. That's a significator card. The Yardrow. This basically is telling me that someone has stolen something. This could be finances, money, property. I don't know if you're going to be able to get it back. Let me look at this. But this says that something is going to come to light and all's going to right itself in some way. The Yardrow. Where is he? He's the 10 of diamonds. The thief. This card indicates someone who steals something or someone from their rightful owner. On a broader level, the card indicates contracts with hidden clauses that lock people into having to pay for something or to pay for something that they do not really want, or contracts that offer little in the way of terminating them. It is a card that heralds a negative change and a sudden turn of events. These events are usually caused by the presence of ill-intentioned people near to you. And I just get the sense that it's somebody that's around your home that's been there for a long time. It says when this card indicates a particular situation, it indicates a condition of mental, emotional, physical, and financial drain. It can be a very taxing situation on many levels, but of course it includes burglaries and thefts. On the emotional level, it refers to betrayal and treachery. It refers to demeaning situations, immoral practices, or being forced to do something under duress. Financially, it heralds a theft, the loss of money, loan sharks, extortions, money laundering, business offers that are revoked, illegal activities, or obtaining something by deception. This indicates Ponzi schemes and all kinds of swindles. Near to negative card, it describes a person or someone who sucks the energy out of you. Wow. The ace, that's the 4 of diamonds. And I want you to start formulating a card. This is the falseness. It is the lies of card of lies and false adulation and compliments given with an ulterior motive. It is an extremely negative card, especially when it is near those who represent people. There's that thing of being foolish. It often represents someone very close or a long-standing member or acquaintance who is two-faced and plotting against you. It says often that you are not aware of the true state of affairs because these people are skilled in knowing how to deceive you, and it represents someone who is taking advantage of your good faith and trust in them. It indicates that something is done or received in an illegal way, but it also indicates negativity. It is particularly bad when near to cards which describe people, because it tells you that you are living in a nest of vipers. In love, it indicates infidelity, lies, and a partner with ulterior motive. Financially, it warns of false opportunities, fake money, deceitful colleagues, Ponzi schemes, fraud, contraband, and swindles. It always warns that the situation is hiding a trap and that there is danger lurking in the background. It is the card that indicates cunning. All right. Formulate your one question. I think you already know this person or these groups of people. If this is the idea that you've given somebody some money, you're not going to get it back. So if this hasn't happened to you yet, it almost reads like there's something that may be too good to be true. And maybe this is you. as in your masculine energy, trying to figure out a way to fix whatever this situation is. But it honestly looks as if somebody's been swindled, and quite successfully. Hmm. All right. One question for the angel answer cards. It says not the right time. I don't know what that means for you. But not the right time, the meaning is this is not the right time presently for what you are inquiring about. This answer is not a no, just a not yet. Have patience, as your angels will give you a sign when the timing is perfect. I don't know what this is, but this is the timing of it. It's coming, I'm going to say, within a week or so. It could touch all the way back to the great eclipse in 2018 that happened across Leo. Remember, we're having that solar. That was a total solar eclipse. Those points are going to be touched again on the 19th. Okay, around the new moon. I think that's the new moon. Yeah, the 18th. Okay. So with that said, Sagittarius, wow, that's a kind of a heavy reading. I hope those messages help, and until next time, namaste.